Maintaining independence is so important for many seniors as they age. They want the opportunity to keep living in their homes, but sometimes health and medical problems make that difficult. There are ways to make small renovations that can make a big impact on a person's ability to stay at home. Joining me now with information on how you can live independently at home is the basement doctor, Ron Greenbaum, who also is the owner of a company called Aging at Home. Ron, nice to have you here.
Well, great to be here, as always, Gail.
And the first question always is, how did the basement doctor get involved in something where you're starting a little different business, helping those folks stay in their home?
Well, that is a great question, and it's because of a need. There's a lot of our customers are aging, just like the baby boomers, the people that we waterproofed their basement 20 some years ago, and we are very good at actually finishing basements, things like that. So these same folks say, well, you've done that for me. Can you do some other repair work? And it kind of evolved, and I have some personal people in my life that have needed some adjustments to their homes and things like that. So kind of evolved.
So you saw a need and basically thought, well, I can help.
Absolutely, and that's what we like to do. And by the way, I want to tell you that our customers are really enjoying the fact that, of course, they love you, and the fact that they can get this information. And quite a few people are calling and saying they've seen the segments here, and it's been great, and we've been able to help a lot of these folks.
Okay, well, let's talk about how you can, Ron. For the first, if someone wants to stay at home, what is the room that possibly needs the most renovation in order to make it more livable?
Well, the bathroom is where there's the most falls, and it's tough because of the step to get into the tub, and so the very simple bath and shower conversion is what we're seeing the most, and just a simple grab bar, things like that. And you can take a bathtub and just convert it that quickly, and it's typically maybe morning or couple hours, and there you go.
I was going to say, we've been showing it before and after, and obviously grab bars are very important. So that next question for me is going to be, really, does this happen quickly for these folks?
Absolutely. It's a day's process or less.
So even if someone all of a sudden realized they need something quickly, that there was an accident in the home and they need some help, you can be out there quickly to help them.
Yes, and as a matter of fact, that is very, very important for people to know, that if they call us, we can get that installed in beginning to end in just a few days.
That has to be a real, I would think, help to some folks, reassurance. Because if something unexpected does happen, they don't have a lot of time to think or where they're going to go for help.
Yeah, just this week alone in our showroom, I spoke to a couple of people that said, I got home after my incident and I realized I can't get around my house anymore. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of very interesting. And what we're finding now, and as a matter of fact, we might even have a name change coming up, because a lot of the people contacting us are not seniors, but just people that unfortunately have had an incident, maybe diabetes, things like that, and a little bit younger. Mm-hmm. And again, they get home and maybe they're in a wheelchair. And if you ever try to push a wheelchair around carpeting, things like that, it's almost impossible.
So we've checked the bathroom. I would think that the kitchen is important. You brought up carpet. There's a lot of ways that you can help folks all through the home.
Yeah, enlarging doorways.
Never thought of that either.
Ramps just to get in from the garage, to get in from the backyard, things like that. And, a lot of houses are built in multi-levels. And, kitchens, which we're seeing right now, is... again, it's pretty tough for people when the counters are higher and the cabinets are higher. So these are adjustments that people need for their home.
Are you finding that people really do want to stay at home?
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
A very important part. I know for folks who are even chronically ill, that comfort of being in their own home is important to their health.
Yeah, one of the things we're talking about is actually changing the name to There's No Place Like Home. I mean, because, again, people are not necessarily saying, well, I'm not aging and things, and we talked about that in the past, and I think that that's a very good point.
Now, is it expensive? Because we know you can do it quickly, and you have lots to offer.
No,
what
it's
about
very, very affordable, and again, there are grants actually available.
Really?
We're doing some waiver programs in some of the counties. There's there's a lot of things we can do, and our people that come out to see you can talk to you about that.
I was going to say, do you have some of that information and you can pass along to folks when they come to you for consultation?
Absolutely, and as a matter of fact, probably within 30 days we'll have a booklet that we'll be sending out before we even come out that'll talk about a lot of those things.
That's very good. Very good advice. Rod, it's so nice to have you here.
Always.
And I'm sure people do appreciate the new aspect of the basement.
Yeah, again, we're really glad we can help folks.
Thanks, Ron. Nice to see you.
Okay.